make lots of mistakes too. So everybody's human. We all make mistakes, okay? As long as you learn from them, that's what counts. All right, so for 19, which equation represents a line that is parallel to this line and passes through this point? So here's the good news. You ready? We've got answer choices, which means I can go graph the line they gave me in Desmos, because remember, Desmos will do any form. So I can go put this equation in Desmos, and I can see which answer choice is parallel and crosses through this point, okay? So I'm going to go type in my equation in Desmos. 8x minus 4y equals 16. All right. So there's the line that we're looking for, the one that's parallel to. So I'm going to go put in each answer choice, and we'll see if it's parallel. And if it is parallel, then we need to check if it goes through this point, okay? So my first answer choice is 2x plus y equals 4. All right, are these two lines parallel? No, so it's not going to be A. So let's go check B. 2x minus y equals 2. Okay, are these two lines parallel? Let's zoom out and see. And zoom in and see. Yes, because they do not touch. They don't look like they're going to cross, right? They look like they're rising and running the same. Okay, so this one is parallel. So the first thing gets a check. Now we got to check to see, does it go through the point 0, -2? So let's go look at that black line. Okay, at 0 is the y value at -2. So does everybody see this right here, that it does go through 0, -2? Right there, okay? So this second option right here is parallel to the first one, and it goes through 0, -2. So your correct answer should be B. So again, using Desmos, if you know how to type your stuff in Desmos, this is going to be really helpful for this DCA, okay? All right, last question. So the growth of a college's population is shown in the table. Consider the values. All right, so we're looking at this table of data. So again, seeing these numbers doesn't really mean a whole lot to me. Where can we go put this table of data so we can actually see the scatter plot points? Good, Desmos. So let's go to Desmos. We're going to add a new table, and I'm going to type these data points in. 2003, 2005, and 2008. Okay. Then I'm going to put in 5,517.2, 6,128.9, 6,935, 7,483.1, and 9,024.7. All right. Remember, if you hit your magnifying glass, it'll zoom so you can see all the points. Okay? All right, so it says E is the average rate of change from 2000 to 2005. So, let's see if we can move this. 2000, this point right here, to 2005, which is this point right here, is going to be E. Okay? So, trying to figure out the best way to show you all this. So from 2000 to 2005, do you guys see how we went up from 5517 to 7483? So if I take my calculator, and we can still kind of see it over here. I'm going to move this just a little bit. If I take my calculator and I do 7483.1 minus 5517.2, I get 1965.9. So for that average rate of change, it's going up 1965.9, and it went up that much in how many years? 5 years. So if I divide that by 5, I'm getting 393.18. Alright, so now I'm going to go look at my next rate of change. So next it says the average rate of change from 2003 to 2005. So this is what I'm going to go check next, 2003 to 2005 in my Desmos graph. So I'm going to unclick these points. I want 2003, which is here, to 2005, which is here. Okay, so in our calculator, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to find the change in y, so y's divided by the change in x's. That's how we find our rate of change, right? Y over x. So if I do 7483.1 minus 6935, we get 548.1. And if I divide that from 2003 to 2005 is 2 years. So change in y divided by change in x, I get 274.05. Alright. So my next one I need to check is from 2005 to 2008. So let's go to our Desmos graph and unclick these points. Now I want to check 2005 to 2008. That looks like a pretty big change, right? So again, I'm going to do my y's, the difference in my y's, change in y, over change in x. That's how I find rate of change. Okay? So I'm going to do 9024.7 minus 7,483.1. Okay, and then I'm dividing that by 2005 to 2008 is 3 years. So we get 513.87. So 1541.6 divided by 3 years is 513.87. And then last but not least, I'm checking from 2000 to 2003. So I'm going to unmark those. I'm going to click on 2000 and click on 2003. That looks like a big change too. So in my calculator, I'm going to do 6935 minus 5517.2. That gives me 1417.8. Divided by, it went up by 3 years. So my change in the x or the time is 3. So if I do 1417.8 divided by 3, we get 472.6. Alright, so the whole reason in looking at these points and doing these calculations, let me move this over for you guys, was so that we could write an inequality using these 4 quantities that we found in order from least to greatest. So remember, the blue number is for E, the pink number is for F, the green number is for G, and the orange number is for H. Okay? So, we want to write them in order from least to greatest. So which number was the smallest? The pink one, right? Which means F is the smallest. So now this is an inequality. So I'm going to put less than because we're going least to greatest. So F is going to be less than the next bigger one, right? So the next biggest number is the blue one, 393, which is E. Okay. We're going least to greatest, so we're using less than signs. Now the next biggest number, so this was the smallest, next biggest. The next biggest is the orange, which is H. It's less than. And then the biggest number we had was the green one, which was for G. So this is how you would write the inequality from least to greatest. F is the smallest. It's less than the next smallest. It's less than the second biggest, and that one is smaller than the biggest. So this is your inequality from least to greatest. If it's least to greatest, least means less, so we're using less than signs. Alright, so if you watch these videos to help you study, you should do great on the DCA tomorrow. Remember, it looks just like this review, so make sure you're reworking problems tonight.